Hey, this is John with Olive Grove Woodshop, and I want to talk a little bit about UV cured finishes and the lights that go with them. So if you've seen my videos going back a while now, I've been experimenting with different UV finishes, trying to find the one that best suits my needs because I really want to commit to using UV finishes, mainly for the ease of the instant cure quality. That said, for anyone who's actually looked into this stuff, the finishes themselves are about the same price that you would pay for any other high-end finish, especially like the hard wax oils, so like a Rubio Monocoat, or even some of the Osmo finishes, things like that. So that's not really an issue. But the biggest issue, quite honestly, is the lights because they can get stupid expensive. And for a hobby woodworker or small furniture shops like myself, you know, dropping $2 grand on a light is a little steep. So first off, I want to talk a little bit about the finishes. Just a heads up, I'm not going to go into a full tutorial on how to use the different finishes. Each one of them already has a fair bit of stuff out there, so you can just give them a quick search and you'll be able to find pretty much anything you want to see. Anyways, so when I first kind of started looking into this stuff, again, it quickly became apparent that the light was going to be the biggest factor in choosing. So I looked around a little bit and found that the Clean Armor UV finishes came with the most affordable light or compatible light, which was this Kuvo light. The downside is it pretty much only works on their finishes, so I couldn't use it for any of the others. And don't get me wrong, I tried and it did not work. You just didn't get, you didn't get that full cure. But anyway, so I started first with their tabletop style of finish, which is actually a two-part, and it gives you that traditional kind of gloss or even traditional matte finish that you would get from any sort of a poly or spray on finishes, things like that, and worked really well. You do need to practice because you kind of have to unlearn everything you know about applying traditional finishes, and even then there's just some quirks to getting the layer of the finish the right thickness so you get the proper cure. And right about the time I was getting it dialed in, and in fact, I used it on both my credenza video and then also the pulpit that I built. So you can see a little bit of that there. But shortly after that, they came out with their 716 wipe-on sealer finish, and it's great. You can't really screw this one up. It goes on like a traditional hard wax oil, offers pretty good protection, I gotta say. The downside is it is not hard wax oil. It doesn't have that same feel and it doesn't have that same sheen that you get. But an easy workaround with that was using the nano ceramic coating from Carbon Method, which I actually use that on everything now, no matter the finish that I use. But it helped make up for the feel and sheen that was missing with this wipe on. But again, it price wise, it's right up there with everything else. And then the big thing was the light was the most affordable at about $300 to $350, depending on when and where you buy it, to where you get up into the more professional style lights that start pushing $2 grand. So next I wanted to try actual UV cured hard wax oils. And I started with the most well-known, which is Vestings. You may have seen it on a channel that makes epoxy tables, and he uses a lot of it. Like I said earlier, the Kuvo light will not work on this. So I did have to step up and buy the professional style UV cure light. You can pretty much buy them through anyone that sells Vestings oil. There's also a couple other websites you can track them down on, but flooring installer sites, things like that. But again, they start out at around 1,800 depending on the size and can go upwards of $3 grand or more. The overall, I liked the finish. I liked it. It definitely gave that traditional hard wax oil feel. One thing I wasn't wild about with it is that it's not fully emulsified. So the wax, there's basically like little wax pellets that are floating within the finish. In fact, when I opened my first can, I thought something was wrong with it and actually reached out to the supplier just to make sure, because being a crazy person like I am, I decided to test out a new finish on a giant cherry table that I had just made. Because, why not try something new on a super expensive table that you just spent an insane amount of time on? But anyways, they assured me it just needed to be mixed. Everything was fine. So thorough mixing. Again, the wax was still, it's just not mixed in there. But when you actually apply it and you buff it in, the wax breaks down, and then you get that hard wax oil look and feel. But again, it bothered me a little bit. It wasn't fully mixed in. Also, no matter how good I mixed it, there was still like a clump of wax at the bottom of the can that I tried everything to break it up, and it was what it was. But again, all in all, really good finish. Gave the look and the feel that I was going for. And aside from a stupid expensive light, I recommend trying it. Just wanting to see what else was out there. I had originally chatted with Osmo. They have one that just came out, but unfortunately, they are only focusing on the commercial market. And even though I technically, am a furniture business, the content that I'm making is not geared towards that. So it seemed kind of silly to use a finish that nobody else would be able to get. And as I was kind of poking around a little bit, I then stumbled upon the Kimover finish. It's a hard wax oil, comes out of Italy. So I got a can of it, confirmed with that one, Kimover light will not work on it, and that the light that I'd already purchased for the vesting oil would work on it, and it does. Right out the gate, I can say it already stood out because it was fully emulsified. Aside from just a quick stir with with a stir stick, and it was ready to go. When applying it, I also noticed it just absorbed better into the wood. Again, I think it has to do with the fact that you don't have to essentially melt the wax by buffing to get the wax into the finish. So it just went on smoother. I always do, even with Rubio monocoat, I always do 2 coats, right? I'll do my initial, I'll usually sand it like 220, somewhere in there, sometimes even 320, even though it says you only need to sand to 180. And then I'll do the first coat with the Rubio monocoat. Obviously, I'd have to let it dry, and then take like a maroon pad, do a light buffing, hit it with the second coat, buff it out. Just perfect finish. So I did the same thing both with the vesting and with the Kimover. But that said, with the Kimover, it just, even the after the first coat, it almost didn't need a second coat. I still did it anyways, and I'm honestly glad that I did, because after the second coat, it was perfect. It just felt amazing to the hand. The sheen on it is dead nuts for any hard wax oil. And then again, I still applied the carbon method nano coating over top of it, and that was just like a whole nother level of protection and finish. So, I can't recommend carbon method enough. And full disclosure, Carbon Method is a sponsor of mine. With all of my sponsors, I either already use them or have always wanted to and just hadn't had the opportunity yet. And the same goes for Carbon Method. So that covers the oils themselves, or the finishes themselves. Again, the Clean Armor is in a world all its own. What I will say though, with the Clean Armor, if you want that traditional furniture look or that traditional finish look, Clean Armor is the way to go. I totally think there's a spot for it in every shop. I'm still going to use it. It'll just be piece specific. Vestings is good. Does everything it's supposed to do. Don't like the fact that the wax isn't fully emulsified, and you got to work a little bit better to get the full finish the way you want it. And then again, my number one is definitely the Kimover. So let's talk about lights. All right. So I mentioned that when I started with the Clean Armor, that I had to first get a light. And the reason I went with Clean Armor was because the light was in that 350 range. Light showed up, taking it out of the box. To be honest with you, the first thing I noticed, super lightweight, and it just doesn't seem super durable. In fact, I actually touch on it in one of my earlier videos. Now, I'm an electrician by trade, so I've touched switches and wirings a few times, and the biggest thing I worried about when I first opened it up was the on-off switch was probably the cheapest push button switch that you could find. So that was my biggest concern, and I just kind of knew that at some point this thing's gonna break. But again, at that 350, if it lasted a year or two and got me through a handful of projects, it's fine. I got my money's worth out of it. It is a little crazy to say that, like, oh, I'm going to spend $350 on something that I know is going to break, but it's okay. Yeah, again, that's a little crazy, but it got me started. About 8-9 months into using it, in the middle of finishing a project, sure as hell, the button broke and I couldn't turn it on. Gone over one area, turned it off, the switch felt just a little loose and like you could tell it wasn't like engaging the way it should. And then when I applied the next round of finish, went to turn the light on, it wouldn't turn on. So, and again, one, I'm an electrician. Two, do not do what I did. But in the heat of the moment, I needed my light to work, so I pulled the plate off, cut the wires off the switch, quick wire nut, and you know, I have to plug it in now. But safety first, right? You definitely always want to wear UV glasses when using these things because they will mess you up. But it works. You just got to remember to unplug it. One thing about all UV lights is they get super hot super quick. So you don't want them setting down on a surface because if it sits for too long, it can definitely start a fire. So like I said, the Kuvo light works. You just got to be super gentle with it. It is what it is, but at least it's affordable. So next up is the professional grade light. Right out of the box, I mean, this thing is just, it's got more weight to it. It's got a traditional switch on it. And, you know, it also has a larger lighting array. It also, I don't know if you can hear it, but it has a cooling fan inside as well, which really helps out. But same concerns with it is, you know, you don't want to set it down while it's on because it can get the surface super hot super quick. Another thing I forgot to mention, with the Kuvo light and Clean Armor, it takes about 2 minutes to get a full cure, which isn't the end of the world. But, you know, if you're doing a larger piece, it's, you know, especially if you've got any sort of like, you know, physical limitations, like unfortunately, which I do, having to hold the light up for 2 minutes back and forth, you know, once you've done it a few times, it'll start to wear your arm out a little bit. It sounds silly, but I'm telling you, if you're finishing a big piece, you could potentially run into that. Whereas the professional style light, it is instant. And I mean, literally like split second and it's cured. It's wild. They do talk about in all of the different products. If you read all the literature, it'll tell you, you know, kind of the range or distance that you want to stay away from the piece. Some can be very high, some need to be close. The nice thing about this commercial one is, you know, you just, you know, 6 to 12 inches, it'll do the trick. You know, but again, to step up into the actual hard wax oils, you had to spring for this really expensive light. And so now I want to talk about the new option that's just come out. And I will say, I did not buy this light. This light was provided to me by LITE-N-DONE, who developed this light. They are a Clean Armor distributor. They used to actually sell the Kuvo lights. I'm not 100% if they still sell them now. But anyways, talked with them while they were in product development with this. And they offered to send me one, which is super cool. And part of it is, you know, an honest opinion. And I can say one, right out of the box, it's still super light, which is not a bad thing. Just like the Kuvo light, and most of that is because the body, the aluminum. The big thing is it has a more typical rocker switch, and not this. I don't know if you can really see, but this chintzy push button garbage. The other cool thing is it ships with these stands that you just have to, you know, screw on once it comes, and keeps it up off the surface. So if you're a forgetful person like I am and you accidentally set it down, it stays above the surface enough to where it won't actually start a fire. Another cool thing about this is, so you have your traditional LED, or excuse me, UV LEDs, right, for doing your curing. And then one thing that they did, which I think is just awesome, is they added traditional LED lights that are stupid bright as an inspection light, basically. So before you actually turn on the UV light and do the full cure, you can use this to inspect for any little hairs, dust particles. And this is critical if you're doing a more traditional style finish, especially something that's any sort of gloss. You know, anyone who's ever used that stuff, you know, like you put it on only to find a little speck in it or a little hair, and it can turn into a huge headache, especially if it's started to cure. So having this inspection light is genius, to be honest with you. The other thing about this light is it runs, he has a couple different sizes. Again, they're in that like 3 to 350 range, which is awesome. But the coolest thing is this light will actually work with any of these finishes. You don't have to now spend the $2,000 or almost $2,000 on a professional light, which is absolutely huge. And honestly, what they've done is it really is a game changer, because now it's opened the door for UV hard wax oils to pretty much anybody who wants to get into it. It's still, don't get me wrong, you know, $350 is still a lot of money, but this light lasts. Their customer service is awesome. So I can only imagine if you did have a problem with the light, they would be easy to solve the problem. That said, I didn't even bother contacting where I got the Kuvo light from when it broke, because I had already purchased this light, which it works on Clean Armor as well. And I was already in talks with LITE-N-DONE about their new light. So it just wasn't even worth it, because I knew that I would never, even if they sent me a replacement, I would never use it again. So, you know, it was an expensive lesson to learn, but it also started me down this journey of UV cured finishes. So again, Kuvo light is garbage. For those just getting into it, LITE-N-DONE's light is pretty awesome. It does take, you know, with a professional light, like I said, it's an instant cure. LITE-N-DONE's light takes about, I don't know, maybe 10 seconds. So it's a small price to pay. But again, to be able to now use hard wax oils and not have to drop a huge chunk of money on a light is, you know, is worth the 10 seconds or so. Now, I didn't get into the science behind how all the lights work and the different spectrums that each of the finishes require. What I will say is, if you go to LITE-N-DONE's website or their YouTube channel, Pierce has done a wonderful job explaining the science behind these lights and how they work. And it's actually really neat. I would advise everyone to go check it out. But, you know, kind of wrap things up. If you've got indispensable income, get a big light, knock yourself out. But for everybody else, I can't recommend LITE-N-DONE's light enough. It is worth every penny. And like I said, it works across the full spectrum. When it comes to the finishes themselves, you know, third place, I guess, is going to be, or second place with the hard wax oils is going to be the Vestings. If you want that traditional furniture look, that traditional finish look, Clean Armor all the way, can't recommend it enough. Slight learning curve, but if, you know, a little bit of practice, you'll get it knocked out. But of everything, the Kimover hard wax oil is the one to me. I can pretty much say that I'm using this from now on 90% of what comes out of my shop. The other 10% being the few times that I do the traditional finish, and then Clean Armor will step up the bat with that. So anyways, that's the gist of it. I appreciate everybody checking it out. I've got some really cool build videos coming up, as well as a couple that I've already done. So like and subscribe and see what we have coming up. Anybody who has any questions, drop me a comment. I try to answer every comment that comes through. And yeah, thanks again for checking it out. And we'll see you on the next one. Keep on building.